I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Patty Mills. Jackson, he's checked in for Detroit. Jackson against White. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Sends it down right in his face.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Dellavedova. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons put on a show. He had 58 points, and that was just the start of it, notching a triple-double for his effort in what was quite a display from him. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Pistons trail by 12. Kicks it to Dellavedova. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 9 assists now tonight. The dish now to Gibson. Butler on the way. Gasol, a screen on Jackson. And White kicks to Gasol. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defenders something extra to think about.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Jackson. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Jackson misses.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Here's McDermott, and Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the 5. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And the Bulls making a change here. Noah's checked in. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Pistons. White, good.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Caldwell-Pope. Humphries with a screen on Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Chicago leading by 16. Out to White. Outside Gasol. Puts it up from 12. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pistons trail by 18. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Chicago making a switch here. Hill's checked in.
George Hill.
White against Jackson, and White slams it in.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Here's Caldwell-Pope. Gasol with the steal.
They're losing their concentration here, guys. Some sloppy play going on right now.
Yeah, 2 turnovers in a row, and that's always a recipe for disaster. You have got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Outside Jackson. And there's the pass to Drummond.
That's a wall.
Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Chicago leading by 22. The drive by Hill. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Morris dishes to Drummond. Jackson against White. Outside Jackson. Pass to Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Drummond with another miss.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
Now here's White. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Jackson against Hill. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way, and they've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. Noah with a screen on Jackson. White drives in. Noah, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. And stolen by White. On up the court. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
The Bulls shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
McDermott doing all kinds of good stuff. He's got 11 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Outside Jackson. Here's Humphries. Detroit, no good that time either. Well, Chicago's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Caldwell Pope, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. And through one half.
Well, what a great job you did, both moving the ball and passing it and scoring it. What has been the key for you to this point?
I mean, I've just been trying to take what the defense gives me, really. I know I can't just try and go right at them every time, but if they give me a look, I'll shoot it. Otherwise, just try and keep the ball moving.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over.
It's the NBA playoffs. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action here in this game 2. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Pistons trail by 20. Caldwell Pope passes to Jackson. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Picked by Humphries. Caldwell Pope kicks to Humphries. Banked in off the glass. Humphries has got his third basket of the night right there.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Noah the screen. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Jackson's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 6. Lots of room. They get the rebound. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Pistons have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And he can't get the first one.
Been a great game tonight for Drummond. He has 12 points and 1 steal as well.
And we really just need to take a second to appreciate the all-around effort he's put out there today.
Well, the numbers paint the picture, and he has been what we call in my vernacular, you know where I'm going here, guys, stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, supreme. So that takes it to a whole another level when you get supreme in terms of your stat sheet.
And Kellogg's, right? And
Yes.
Kellogg's. Here's Caldwell Pope. 5 points in the game. He kicks it to Humphries. It's good from about 19 feet. Humphries has got 10.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
White drives in. Outside Butler. To the left side wing. Outside White. Butler in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Detroit with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Morris. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. He's got 9.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. Number 1, the Bulls.
And what a fun team to watch all season long. That up-tempo style, I mean, you've got to love them as a run-and-gun team. That's who they are, and that's going to be important in terms of their push here in the postseason.
Now here's White. He's got 32. Gasol setting the pick for Butler. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Butler's got 14.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Drummond. Their offense is most effective, Coach said, when he is most involved. And they're looking for total involvement from him for the rest of this game. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter. And maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Jackson against White. Out to the right wing. Here's McDermott. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McDermott's got 5 points now this quarter.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th